Hey, boy. Stay. I'm playing Zombie Street, a free Facebook game, and as you can probably tell from the name, it's a game where you shoot zombies and walk down a dark street, and there's various unlockable weapons, and to start off with, we're going to be going with the weakest weapon, some kind of revolver, it seems. And that's the money that I've earned from playing it in the past. Game money, that is, not real life money, because it'd be too good to be true if we made real life money from playing it, wouldn't it? Hey baby doll viewers at home. And that's how many zombies I've killed in all the time I've been playing the game. And that's my best ever performance, the highest amount of distance I ever made it in the streets. And oh yes, the street isn't unlimitedly long, as we will see. Anyway, let's get started with the first gun against the zombies here. And by the way, I'm not actually shooting the gun, I just moved the crosshair. And then when the crosshair is over the zombies, it fires automatically. And you don't do more damage to them if you hit them in the head either. It seems like the hitboxes in this game aren't that sophisticated. And I don't have to fire, but I do have to reload it. As you can see when I keep clicking the arrow box in the bottom left there, which also shows my bullets and how many I have before I need to reload below the ammo box, as you can see there, without a white bullets, ones that I haven't yet fired, and the grey ones are ones that I've fired. And when they all go grey, that's when I need to reload, because I can't fire anymore. I just accidentally moved the crosshair down out of view of the game, and let's hope that doesn't cost me in the long run, that mistake there, considering how I think the game is hardest with this weapon, since it's weak and all. I can only fire 6 bullets before it needs to reload, and how the game doesn't actually let you reload until the little arrows appear on the arrow box, which I think is a load of stuff and nonsense, to be honest, because of how that hand is pointing to the ammo box saying that I need to reload, and yet the game doesn't let me do it until the little arrows appear, which yeah, it's a bit of a swizz, that I do in fact believe. But what can you do about how the game is coded, and game rules and game logic? And I think those men in the those zombies in the yellow and black coats look strikingly like zombified PC world workers, I think. So yes, that really does make me feel justified in gunning them down in cold blood. Aside from the fact that they're flesh-eating zombies also. But I digress, baby doll viewers at home. I do digress when all's said and done. In this day and age of deceit and duplicity and deception, the 3Ds, I suppose you could colloquially refer to them as, Sonny Jim. Anyway, I just died, but before the game tells us that we've died, we get an advert. Yes, yes, as you can see from that scary sounding musical note that we heard, that's the indication that we've died. The death knell, I suppose you could say. If indeed you haven't noticed the rather charming "you die" message from the game at the top there. Well, yes, that shows how far I got into the street or alleyway or whatever it is, and how many zombies I killed and how much money I made from making the kills. Well, yes, obviously I wasn't going to get extraordinarily far with that weak gun. I don't think anyone could possibly do that, even with a mouse like I'm playing with now, as opposed to the mouse when I play with the mouse pad, which is slower and less effective, and I generally don't play as well with it as I do with the mouse. Anyway, let's go on to the next most powerful weapon in the game, which I find greatly more efficient, as you can say, and it sounds nice and quiet compared to the previous one, doesn't it? So there's yet another benefit in addition to all this extra ammunition, which means I don't need to reload as often. I don't need to click the ammo box as often. But certain types of zombies, like the PC world workers, still take more bullets to kill than the regular plain Jane zombies, don't they? I suppose you could say plain John zombies, even though that doesn't rhyme the same, does it? Unfortunately enough. And it does get scary when the dogs come running out of the dark at us, doesn't it? Bad dogs. Especially when lots of them start coming at us. And we get to a certain point in the street or alleyway, since I think it looks a bit more like an alleyway than a street. It's much more chill and relaxed pace with this more effective gun, isn't it? We're getting a bit of a rhythm with all these zombie screams here, aren't we? The agonized death screams as I gun them all down. This city sure does seem to have quite a zombie problem, unfortunately, doesn't it? I suppose it's not entirely dissimilar to the real world as it stands now, with all the people who seem to think and behave like zombies, seeming like they lack higher reasoning capabilities. And they exist basically as savages, highly instinctive and impulsive, without any rational reasoning skills in the slightest. The ones that run at us are quite scary and gnarly, aren't they? And when they die close to us, you can see that they have mandibles in their mouths, can't you? Quite like the Predator aliens from the Predator films and the Alien vs Predator 2 game that I've played in my older videos, which I've been meaning to get back to for quite some time now. And as you can see, we're quite a bit further than I was able to get with the other gun now, aren't we? So there's something to concern ourselves with. If that's even the word I should have been using back there. You can tell I'm out of practice with making videos when I'm not quite as eloquent as I once was, can't you? Or at least I'm not umming and ahhing all the time regardless. We had a bit of a breather there, didn't we? But now they're all coming rather thick and fast again, as you can see. And it's becoming a matter of can I reload fast enough to be able to handle them all. I mean, I know some might say that it seems a bit too easy when I can just hold the crosshair in the middle of the screen sometimes and keep shooting them all while clicking the ammo box, but given the sheer amount of the zombies that come at me sometimes, I feel like I'm highly justified in resorting to such a potentially cheap technique to win myself. I'd say I'm highly justified in cheesing it, as people would colloquially say, in regards to exploiting games in this manner myself. So there you go, baby doll viewers at home. Well, have you noticed that those zombies that run at us, in addition to have gaping open wounds in their chests and mandibles, they also seem to have claw-like feet. Mutated claw-like feet, as opposed to the regular feet that just proper humans have. They're more like claw-like, bird-like feet in a way. Why the zombie mutation has mutated them so badly that even their feet no longer look human, shockingly enough. That's quite a startling phenomenon when all's said and done, isn't it? Fortunately, it's only a game and not reality. So let's not concern ourselves too much with such alarming phenomena. We get quite a nice rhythm from this gun firing rapidly, don't we? Almost sounds like a drum. Maybe the people who can hear from out of the windows of their houses are dancing to the funky rhythm of my gun firing as I shoot all these zombies. And because shooting the zombies anywhere in their bodies does the same amount of damage, that means I can safely and effectively shoot them in their little leggies and kill them with the same ease as I would if I shot them in the heads. And shooting them in their legs means that I won't miss any dogs that happen to be coming behind them, which means that they won't be able to sneakily and suddenly attack me by being right in my face after emerging beyond one of the tall zombies. Like these so-frequent runner zombies that we get here. And unfortunately enough, they're also the most hardy of the zombies in this game, it would appear. Given the sheer amount of bullets it takes to mow them down, as you can see. Well, yes, I'm lasting quite well here, aren't I, eh, Sonny Jim? Bad The dogs do like to try and take me by surprise after all, don't they? And isn't it a shame how they're still wearing their collars as well? Maybe deep down, zombie dogs want to be beloved family pets, just like domesticated dogs. I suppose they previously were domesticated dogs before the nasty mutation got the better of them, eh? How unfortunate for them. It's at this point that's the only thing that we can do for them. And the best thing that we can do for them is to give them a raw and nasty case of bullet-hepatitis. And if you know where I got that phrase from, maybe I'll give you my autograph one day. Won't that just make your day? What do you mean, doll? Down with you, PC World employees. I don't trust you to repair my computers. Especially not your zombie employees. Some of the zombies sound like pirates when they die, don't they? Possibly it alludes to their previous careers before they mutated, doesn't it? Aside from not the PC World employees, that is. Oh, I got hit. Because I messed up with my reloading there. So this isn't going to be a perfect run after all, unfortunately enough. I was close to doing this as well, wasn't I? Because it's at a pier now, we're at the end of the street, because as you can see the number isn't going up anymore. But the game doesn't officially end, which makes me feel proud, like maybe the game makers never anticipated anyone getting to the end of that kind of an onslaught, eh? Anyway, all we can do now is go back to the home page. And as it seems like I didn't get any money from that run either, since the game didn't properly end. So let's go on to the next gun. A kind of automatic submachine gun, it appears. And strangely enough, my kills did go up, I think. Even though my money didn't, so that's strange. I think you can only get some of those guns, like the ones that the game advertises every now and again, by watching YouTube video adverts. And I haven't yet done that. Just seems kind of lame to me, really, having to watch adverts in order to unlock things in these games. I prefer to actually earn upgrades by earning money in the games, in-game money. Anyway, this gun is quite nice and fast and effective, isn't it? But given the sheer speed that it fires at, that means I need to reload a lot, and unfortunately enough, that could end up working against me when all's said and done, couldn't it? Since the game doesn't always let me reload when I want to, even when the big hand points to the ammo box, I still have to wait until the little arrows appear on it, which is most unfortunate, I do so feel, and also rather cheaty of the game. But I digress. Some of the buildings that you see on the left kind of remind me of Albert Dock buildings from Liverpool in England, which is fitting since before my mum told me about overly expensive apartment buildings available to buy and live in the Albert Dock area of Liverpool. Maybe it costs something like 700 grand, which definitely seems excessive considering you can get mansion-like buildings for that kind of cost, can't you? But then again, if that's excessive, so are the ultra expensive condos that celebrities often live in, aren't they? Like how Matthew Perry, the recently deceased Friends actor, apparently lived in a $24 million condo at one point before selling it to some other celebrity. I think his Wikipedia page says. But then again, it probably isn't just the surroundings that the celebrities pay for, but also the fact that they get to live alongside other big-name celebrities kind of maybe justifies the price to some extent, But then again, given our celebrities just tend to often be brainwashed zombie-like types who just exist to shill propaganda from the rich, well, that might not be such a great thing after all, especially, and that wasn't really such a great thing after all, was it? After all, how short of a time I lasted with that gun. Yes, I was right, as you can see, that it isn't necessarily a good thing, the super fast fire rate of that gun, is it? So, on to the next gun, eh? And at least this time I'm actually going to get the money. And these are the two guns that you need to watch videos to get, which I haven't yet done. They look quite interesting too. Well, yes, now on to the most powerful weapon that I've unlocked, which appears to be some kind of a single-barrel shotgun. And although it isn't evident yet, it very fortunately is capable of dropping all zombies with one shot, no matter how tough they are. As you can see, we're doing with the PC World employees now, not these ones, but the ones in the black and yellow tops. Also, it sounds like the sound is becoming distorted in the game. Maybe my recording is causing lag or something, eh? Just to be hoped that my video capture isn't going to be all full of lag. Because I'm thinking that could be That must be the only thing that could be causing the lag, since I haven't noticed this phenomenon when I've played the game in the past with the distorted sound when I've been playing for a while. And so that does indeed give me cause for concern. It's kind of satisfying though, being able to gun down those highly troublesome dogs with one shot when they make their beelines for me, isn't it? In addition to those runners who were overwhelming me when I was using the weaker guns, when they were all getting in my face, and attacking me faster than I could possibly reload. Looks kind of strange, a single-barreled shotgun, doesn't it? I could imagine it being a bamboo stick. Some kind of a bamboo stick that's firing poisonous darts or something. I suppose that comes in handy for if you have pangs of conscience when shooting all these zombies and their dogs, doesn't it? You could imagine that we're shooting them with tranquilizer darts, for instance, and that their unconscious bodies are being picked up and loaded into lorries by people behind me after I've incapacitated them all, so that they can eventually be taken to hospital and rehabilitated, maybe talked out of their overwhelming desire to consume human flesh, out of their dietary preferences, because it's highly inconsiderate to us normal humans to have those kinds of dietary preferences, you see. It does satisfy me when I'm able to shoot them as soon as they emerge from the darkness and they and their bodies sink into the floor a bit. It makes me think the game doesn't anticipate me shooting them that fast. In a way, it makes me feel like I'm breaking the game to a certain extent. Funnily enough, the weapon doesn't fire when they first appear either, and I have to get a bit closer to me before it does. You'd think it'd let me shoot them when they first appear, wouldn't you? But I digress. It's unfortunate, but what can you do? Fortunately, you're not limited like that in the game, which I believe is a sequel to this, called Zombie World, which you can see the thumbnail image of on the middle right hand side of the screen of my recording area. Yes, they can't get anywhere near me now that I've got this weapon, can they, as you can see. That's what they get for taking advantage of me when I had those weaker weapons before, or getting in my face and overwhelming me with their numbers. Again, the sound seems to be getting highly distorted. My throat is also hurting a bit from all this talking as well, since I haven't made any videos in several months, unfortunately enough. Instead, I've been trying all kinds of techniques to help me with my deal with my OCD. And I do feel like I'm onto something now. You might even think that I seem better with my OCD watching me in this video. I don't seem to be stumbling and searching for words to say either. They seem to be coming more naturally to me, I think. You see, when I was more stressed and bogged down with my OCD, sometimes I felt like it's badly affected my memory and made me a slower drawer mentally. Of course, there's people who will probably call me a slow drawer mentally at the best times. But I digress. Get the impression the zombies don't like me having this weapon. Especially not those PC World employees. Makes you wonder how so many PC World employees got infected with the zombie virus, doesn't it? All I can say is lots of zombies must own PCs or something. Stay away from me with your gaping chests, one of zombies. Makes me wonder if they eat through their chests like the heck that zombies in Half-Life. Dogs thought they could get to me when I was reloading there, didn't they? But they're out of luck this time, as you can see. Down, dog. Down, boy. Hope the video doesn't end up being all laggy and choppy when I'm done with it. Coming to an end now, though. Get very crackly now, the sound as well. Boring at me like pirates. They've come a long way from being at sea, these pirate zombies, haven't they? Being consigned to dark streets now. I suppose it's fitting that some of the buildings look like buildings at the Albert Docks after all, isn't it? Given the pirate sounding death knells of some of the zombies and all. Stop crackling and getting distorted sound. Must be painful for the dogs getting tranquilizer darts in their faces, mustn't it? But maybe it's more effective in knocking them out. Almost there now. Because I've completed this enough times with this gun to know how long the street is with it. Curiously enough, the street length seems to differ depending on the gun that I use. Since you might remember on the main title screen that it said I'd reached 980 meters at one point. And this is going to end very soon before it gets to 700. I'd surmise... I'd surmise that now that we're finished, that maybe without the other less powerful guns are less effective and take longer to kill the zombies, maybe that lengthens the street when I play with the other guns, eh? Anyway, as you can see, the distance meter isn't going up anymore, which means that we're finished, since no more zombies are coming and the game doesn't go back to the title screen automatically, so let's go back ourselves. And as you can see, I didn't earn any money, unfortunately. But yes, there's my best ever progress thing. And as you can see from this video, when I got to the end of the street with the other guns, I didn't get anywhere near that distance. So it's like I say, maybe the less powerful guns allow you to progress further in the street. Anyway, we're done now, so it's time to stop our video, and I'll see you when I next do a video, baby doll viewers at home. So until next time, keep yourselves safe and goodbye, Sunny Jim.